Are you looking for the best wireless earbuds? In this video we will look at some of the 8 best wireless earbuds on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Apple AirPods Pro 2. The AirPods Pro boast many of the same features that make our previous pick for best overall. The AirPods, great, simple setup process, seamless connection to your iPhone, compact size, and a relatively comfortable design. But the reason we've moved them to the top spot is their notably better sound. Although the Pros sound great, the main appeal of Apple's earbuds is how simple the setup process is. Just open up the AirPod case and your iPhone starts connecting. The fact that Apple made the setup process so easy is something anyone can appreciate, but it will be especially welcome for people who aren't overly tech-savvy. Thanks to the rubberized tips, which come in 4 sizes, you can get a more custom fit, which should appeal if you struggled with the fit of the originals. The AirPods Pro have ANC and offer a significant step up in sound quality with richer and better balanced bass. Plus, Apple added little black vents to the outside of the Pros to alleviate that completely sealed off, underwater feeling that some earbuds can cause. The latest AirPods Pro feature the same transparency and active noise cancellation modes as the first generation model, with an additional feature Apple calls adaptive transparency, which toggles transparency mode based on the sounds around you. It'll turn on when you start talking to someone. When transparency mode is active, if the AirPods detect a sound above a certain decibel level, sirens, loud yelling, overly loud engines being revved, they'll reduce the volume of those sounds before passing them to your ears. The second-gen AirPods Pro are the first wireless earbuds Apple has put out that allow you to adjust playback volume right on the stem of the AirPods. It's one of those features that you miss when using another pair of headphones and makes using the AirPods Pro even more convenient than before. The second-gen AirPods Pro have the same U1 chip as Apple's AirTags, which makes it easier to track them if you ever lose them. There's a speaker on the bottom of the new case that will play a loud chime whenever you ping the AirPods from the Find My app. It's loud enough to hear from across the house and easily cuts down on the time spent hunting for your headphones before running out the door. No other earbuds from Apple, including the standard AirPods and Powerbeats Pro 2, have this chip, so if you're prone to losing your buds, I'd recommend splurging for the Pros. Noise cancellation, yes, comfort, 4G per earbud, multi-size ear tips. Battery life, 6 hours with noise cancelling turned on, 5 hours without. Number 2. Apple AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation. AirPods have been hugely popular since they were first released, and for good reason. The setup is simple, just like that of the AirPods Pro, and the battery life is impressive due to the charging case, which is extremely portable thanks to its tic-tac-like size. The AirPods controls are simple and intuitive. You tap or double tap the sides of the earbuds to pause, play, or skip songs, and, if you're using an iOS device, to activate Siri. Unlike the AirPods Pro, you can't slide your finger along the touch sensor to adjust the volume. You can use the AirPods with other devices, though the experience is much smoother within the Apple ecosystem. There aren't many options for customization on the AirPods tap function, unlike the Sony and JBL earbuds below, which all allow you to customize the controls, but Apple's standard controls work well in most situations. And though some people have had issues with the AirPods fit, that can often be improved with an inexpensive accessory like a plastic hook that attaches to each earbud and latches onto your ear for a more secure fit. The 4th generation AirPods feature a new design that's supposed to fit snugly inside more ears. My ears have historically struggled with the standard AirPods, and while they do still move around a bit when I lie down, these are much more secure than previous models. If you've had issues with older AirPods staying in your ears, it's worth giving the new ones a shot. Apple even has in-store units you can try on. Don't worry, they sanitize them between demos. With the charging case, 4th generation AirPods can provide up to 30 hours of total battery life, depending on your usage. One warning, the all-white case tends to attract dirt and grime, but you can always throw a cover over your AirPods case. The latest AirPods are also the first of the standard models to feature noise cancellation. While it's not quite as effective as that of the AirPods Pro, it works surprisingly well for earbuds that don't form a complete seal and lack custom tips. I would still recommend the Pro model for blocking out louder sounds like those you'd encounter on the subway or in a loud coffee shop, but for blocking out sounds around the house, these work great. Number 3. Google Pixel Buds Pro 2. If you have an Android phone or devices across multiple platforms and find yourself switching between them for all your audio needs, Google's Pixel Buds Pro 2 will make the transitions more seamless than the other earbuds on this list. Noise cancellation on the Pixel Buds Pro 2 isn't as effective as it is on the Bose QuietComfort Ultras, but it's close, and the sound quality is nearly as good. The real strength of the Pixel Buds Pro 2 is that they're able to pair with multiple devices across different platforms simultaneously, so you can watch a video on your MacBook, then pause and start playing your favorite playlist from your Android device, and the Pixel Buds will automatically switch. The initial pairing process on iOS isn't as convenient as with Apple's own devices, but after that setup, the easy switching is a nice feature to have. Best of all, even with an iPhone, the touch controls on the sides of the earbuds still work great, as does the noise cancellation, so you don't have to worry about missing out on too many features, which is not true of many of the non-Apple earbuds on this list. Noise cancellation, yes, comfort, 5G per earbud, hard plastic with 3 additional ear tips, battery life, 8 hours. Number 4. Samsung Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. If you're envious of the convenience and integration the AirPods and AirPods Pro provide but don't want to ditch your Samsung gear to join Apple's ecosystem, you should get Samsung's Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. They're effectively the company's response to the AirPods Pro. They have a similar style charging case and active noise cancelling, with similar adaptive features to the second-generation AirPods Pro, and they easily connect to Samsung devices without having to go through the typical, and annoying, pairing process. They're not just similar to the AirPods Pro, though, in some cases, they're better. I found that the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro had richer sound with more vibrant bass while listening to music on Spotify. The Buds 3 Pro have been tuned by AKG, a subsidiary of Samsung that manufactures professional and consumer-grade headphones and microphones, and the noise cancellation was equally effective. Compared to the Buds 2 Pro, the Buds 3 have more balanced bass and mids, plus more effective noise cancelling. Samsung's added software features make for a more convenient listening experience. For instance, the Buds 3 Pro will respond to voice commands like play music, stop music, or volume up, all without having to touch anything. It works immediately, and it recognizes the commands even when you speak just above a whisper. I wouldn't recommend this if you work in an office, but it's a nice feature to have while working from home, especially when doing the dishes or anything else where you're using both hands. Unlike their predecessors, the Buds 3 Pro look almost identical to the AirPods Pro, though the stems of the Buds 3 Pro are more angular than the tubular stems on the AirPods. The case of the Buds 3 Pro is slightly less nice looking than that of the AirPods, though, as the top is made of a transparent plastic that doesn't look quite as classy as Apple's white casing. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. If you prefer a fully in-ear earbud, or want to save some cash while staying in the Samsung ecosystem, you should get the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. Despite the visual differences, the Buds 2 Pro sound almost as good as the Buds 3 Pro. The Buds 3 are slightly more balanced, while the Buds 2 are heavier on the bass. The Buds 2 don't have the same voice controls as the Buds 3. You can't control playback with quiet commands, which is unfortunate as the touch controls on the Buds 2 aren't as easy to use as the on-device controls of the Buds 3. That's mostly because the Buds 2 don't have stems that poke out and run down your ears. They may look nicer, but they do feel heavier in your ears. Noise cancellation, yes, comfort, 5G per earbud, multi-size ear tips, battery life, 5 hours with noise cancelling turned on. Number 6. Bose QuietComfort Ultra Wireless Earbuds. Above all else, Bose is known for its effective noise cancelling. No earbuds I've tested have been as good at blocking out noise as the company's QuietComfort Ultra earbuds. They're larger than the AirPods, though their stems are shorter, but that extra size makes for a stronger barrier between you and external noise. During my 3 days of testing these earbuds, I noticed that the QuietComfort Ultras managed to keep out sounds no other earbuds except the JBL Live Beam 3s and Tour Pro 3s could, including a loud fan in my office, my computer speakers playing YouTube videos, and the symphony of howls my dogs like to perform every time there's a knock at the door. While this was true across different types of music, including heavier songs from bands like Polyphia, podcasts and videos on YouTube were more vulnerable to external noises, and the audio is significantly quieter than with the AirPods Pro or Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. The QuietComfort Ultras are larger than other earbuds I've tested, aside from the Powerbeats Pro 2 due to their clips, and look far less discreet than the AirPods, but the extra surface area makes for better touch controls. I'm a huge fan of the big touch panels on the outside of these earbuds, which make it easy to play and pause tracks, skip to the next one, or change the volume. This is possible on other earbuds, but on the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro and AirPods Pro, you have to hit the right spot on the earbuds, making them tougher to get right. These controls are also less sensitive than the ones on the JBL Tour Pro 3S. Like many other earbud manufacturers, Bose has added some nifty software to create a unique listening experience. Its feature is called immersive audio, which Bose describes as allowing you to hear audio from beyond your earbuds. With the feature enabled, songs sound like they're coming out of speakers in front of you rather than buds jammed in your ears. I enjoyed this while listening to tracks like Harlan County Line, by Dave Alvin, because it made me feel like I was hanging out at a country bar, but it felt extremely weird listening to podcasts with immersive audio on. You have to disable this from within the app or by setting the shortcut, tapping and holding the touch panel, on one of the earbuds to toggle modes. Number 7. Anker Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro. Anker's Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro wireless earbuds have the most impressive sound and noise cancellation I've heard out of earbuds under $150. Music sounds rich, and even when I'm playing podcasts at a low volume, noise hardly bleeds through. When testing, I alternated between listening to a playlist with songs across multiple genres and a podcast while trimming my dog's hair with electric clippers, and I never had a problem hearing or understanding what I was listening to. The bass isn't as robust as that on the Bose earbuds, but for the price, the difference is negligible. The Soundcore Liberty 4 Pros look similar to the AirPods Pro but with a silver stem. The plastic used on both the earbuds and the case, however, feels cheaper than that of most other earbuds I've tested. Additionally, while I like the fact that Anker included a touch panel on the earbuds to adjust the volume, as well as buttons to play and pause media, I wish the buttons didn't feel so cheap. Successfully pressing the buttons required a fair amount of pressure and often led to me having to readjust the earbuds. The case, which is similar in size to that of the AirPods Pro, has a small screen inside that will show the battery level of the earbuds and the case. It's not as big or information dense as the screens on JBL's cases, but it's a nice addition. Because you can't check the battery level of these earbuds on your phone's home screen like Apple and Google allow for their respective earbuds, having that information readily available is convenient. Number 8. Powerbeats Pro 2. Some earbuds can fall out of place when you're moving around a lot, which can make them difficult to wear while working out. You can get earbuds with clips meant to hold the buds in place while you're wearing them, but the clips are often uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. The Powerbeats Pro 2 don't have that problem. After wearing them for 5 hours during work, plus an hour-long workout, I found that the earbuds never moved around or fell out. While the sound quality on these earbuds doesn't match that of the Soundcore Liberty 4 Pro, AirPods Pro, or Galaxy Buds Pro, it's still quite good. The bass is particularly vibrant, which helps when going on runs and trying to block out traffic or other loud sounds. Noise cancellation also works well, and the transparency mode is great for maintaining awareness of your surroundings. The main attraction for these earbuds is their new heart monitoring feature. It works just like the Apple Watch version and equally well on both iOS and Android. In my testing, the results were quite similar to the Apple Watch's readings. It's worth noting, though, that if you're wearing the Powerbeats and an Apple Watch, only the Apple Watch will record your heart rate reading.